My name is Jennifer, aka Lady Blaze.
My name is Shannon, aka Shenanigans.
My name is Jennifer Zagara, aka Jedi Jen is my roller derby name. And I roller skate for OC Renegades.
It's just like adrenaline rush, really. That's how I get my anger out. It's getting out here and knocking the other girls around.
I was so excited to find a league.
I push myself. I love the sport and it motivates me to do it.
When I joined roller derby, I joined it to exercise and camaraderie and things. And now that I've been with the league, now I'm kind of growing into like, I want this to become something bigger, better, badder.
The object of the game is to go around as many times as you can without getting knocked down. First time around, there's no points. Once you complete a full round on the track, then it's 3 points. And it keeps just adding up until you get knocked down. At the end of each quarter, whoever has completed as many laps wins the game. And they base it off the points. The pivoter, which is the leader of the pack, controls the speed of the pack. There's 2 pivoters in each team. The jammer is basically the sprinter. The jammer's goal is to make it around the track as many times as they can without getting knocked down. Knocked down being push, pull down, slide tackle, whatever it may be. The blockers basically block, tackle, either block other blockers or tackle the jammer who's ever next to them. I do know some leagues they have where you can't hit above the shoulders, you can't hit below the knees. Some have penalty boxes, referees that actually call out if you're playing too hard or too rough.
The Women's Flat Track Derby Association, they skate by rules, and it's kind of like a governing body over a bunch of leagues, and they have like a championship once a year. And during a regular roller derby bout nowadays, you spend a lot more time in the penalty box than you do skating, and we like to just keep going.
As far as Renegade, we have no rules. There's no referee, there's no penalty box.
We block straight to the chest, and we fight. Anything goes, we never get thrown out of the game. Roller derby started in 1935, and it started as a race, like a cross-country race where these skaters would just get on the track for like 24 hours and see how many laps they could go. And it was like last man standing. And there was a man named Leo Seltzer, and he decided to turn it into a game where there's 2 teams of 5 skaters, and there's 4 people from each team in the pack and 2 jammers. The game's full of whipping other skaters, hitting.
Around the 70s, it was more of a WWSC, fake kind of sketched out routines that they would have with each other on chairs or tables and stuff like that. But it was all staged.
And in the 90s, it was on TV and it was played on rollerblades. And they would jump over like alligator pits and like ridiculous stuff like that. And roller derby kind of like lost its, seriousness, and it died out. 7-8 years ago, there was like a revival. The first league started in Texas, and then like Arizona, LA, and it just kept growing. When I started, there was 100 roller derby leagues. So this is like 5 years ago. Now there's at least like 2,000. There's like 2,000 all-women roller derby leagues across all over the world, everywhere.
The girls here can dress in whatever. There's no uniform. It's like something way out of the box that people aren't used to. Like they hit, they get hurt, they get beat up.
If you know girls that do roller derby, there isn't a particular type of girl. We got moms, we got a girl that's like 47 years old who skates with us.
I'm a full-time student at Cal State Fullerton, a theater major. This semester, I'm taking some GE classes because I need to get more GEs to transfer. I have class every day of the week, Monday through Friday. And I also work as a gardener on campus. Most people think like, oh, gardener? Like, how'd you get stuck with that? But it's seriously, like, my best job I've had. I can like work out like my arms and stuff. Or it's like, when I pick up trash, like we have a trash picker, but like sometimes I won't use it because I'll just do squats. So I'm like, oh, practicing derby, I'm doing squats. This is my glamorous job.
I work in the medical field as a medical assistant, so I help patients, work with doctors and nurses, procedures, injections.
Sit down, son.
I have 3 kids, 8, 5, and 1, girl, boy, girl. And my son has autism, so I take care of him in the afternoon and then do all the normal mom things. At home, I have to be very patient and soft-spoken because of the kids and just kind of just in mom mode. And then here, I can just be loud and obnoxious and say vulgar things and things that I might mutter to myself in my head during the day. I can just like release it here and nobody's gonna judge me and say, wow, she's saying really dirty things, you know, she's a bad person. You know, you can't say things around children, and definitely I can't say anything working with doctors and nurses, so this is like my 2 times a week release. Anger, being vulgar, rude, and mean, or whatever I feel like releasing, it gets released here.
Personally, I've never been like, played the woman role. People are like, roller derby, what? And they're like, and then I show them all my cuts and stuff, and they're like, and yeah, it confuses people. People are like, what? Yeah, like that's cool, like to do like the unexpected and break that.
Well, definitely when you think of women, you don't think of women out there fighting, let alone on skates and cute skirts and short shirts and all dolled up fighting.
It's nice to have something guys can't do and guys are not allowed, and it's our thing. And there's a saying that we have that there's no balls in derby.
My boyfriend says, you know, you just think you're just some badass. He goes, you're all fine during the day, and then you just put on your skates and you just like turn into a badass. He's definitely noticed a change since starting roller derby.
The glasses come off, the hair goes back, and I put my game face on, and it's do or die, and that's how I play. You know, you get in my way and I need to knock you down, I'm gonna knock you down. I was a blocker 1, I think. And I went to skate and block her, and she did a mohawk, so she skated right by me and she laughed at me. So, it got me upset, pissed me off. So I started skating faster. When I baseball slide into her, she slammed it, and I just remember me hitting the floor and looking forward and seeing her head just slam and hits the floor. And she was just laid out, and I felt so bad. I was like, I am so sorry, but I had to get up and I have to keep skating. That's the way it goes, keep skating.
I knocked someone's teeth in. One of our blockers came up behind me and put her arms around me while I was jamming and sat down with me on top of her and had my arms pinned. So I couldn't do anything, so I started hitting her with my helmet. And I didn't realize she had a bridge with 3 fake teeth, and I bent them in. I think that was pretty bad.
I say the most painful injury is on the hips. I have the most hugest bruise right here, and when you're trying to sleep and you roll over from the side, you just wake up in the middle of the night because it's like a stinging pain.
I was bleeding from both sides from just falling on my side, from not knowing how to fall right. It's like kind of like a badge of honor, because it's good to fall. It's part of it. You can't not fall.
Here you can just be wild, just totally opposite of what you normally are, and it'd be fine and it'd be fun, and people love it. They gobble it up. They just think it's awesome that here's these women and look at them, they're so hardcore or punk rock or whatever you want to call them. And if you saw me in my work clothes, I had my hair down and I looked, just like any other nurse almost, you wouldn't think that at nighttime the hair goes up and the tattoos are revealed and you're rough and tough and cursing and punching and kicking. It's totally opposite of what you would imagine the average woman to be, definitely. think that maybe I'm having a little bit more confidence in myself as a woman, and I'm not gonna like just let a man tell me what to do or what not to do or how to be, or, you know, just try to be myself.